Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Fionn Davis and I'm the President-elect of the International Federation for Emergency Medicine. The IFEM represents over 70 nations around the world, and each year we hold a conference which rotates around the world, this year in Melbourne, Australia. It will be a hybrid conference. Medical students are our future, and we're very grateful to our international emergency medicine colleagues for supporting an entire afternoon devoted to the medical students of our future. Not every curriculum around the world has a lot of emergency medicine in the undergraduate curriculum, so we're very proud to host a whole afternoon on July the 14th where you can all talk to each other, talk about your experiences and connect in our new digital world on our virtual conference. We hope you really enjoyed the session. It will only be 10 Australian dollars, which is around $7 US, so we really hope that you'll join in with it and connect with all your colleagues the world over. Bye.
Hi, James.
Hi, Alpa.
How are you?
Coffee afternoon? I'm good. I'm good. I'm in sunny Sydney. Actually, on my way to the iEM 2022 conference. Really looking forward to it. Really excited about it. And what's more exciting is that's why we don't have our students here today. What's more exciting is the Medical Student Symposium. They're all hard at work, aren't they? Putting together the event. They are driving that event. So I'm really excited. Do we want to tell everyone about this event? Shall we tell them all?
Yeah, actually, it's the first time it's happening, as you know. The IFEM first time organizing a medical student symposium or workshop, whatever you say, in his era, I believe. Actually, IFEM has the trainee committee or task force in its organization, but the first time we are touching the medical students, I believe, as this big. As maybe you mentioned already, but it is a student-driven activity. We are just helping them to express their experiences related to emergency medicine in this activity. And soon we will discuss actually what we are going to do.
Yeah, what we actually be doing.
But as you said, maybe we can talk about some teams because we have 7 teams, as you know.
Yeah, let's look at the teams.
Yeah,
let's look at the teams of.
We can start with Africa.
Participating.
We have actually in each team, let's say, we have 3 students and 2 faculty facilitators. I don't know. Do you know some of them? Of course, we met many of them in different activities. But for example, Jonathan from Uganda, we met with him in one of the IEM.
Yes, during one.
As you know, he was one of the speakers already. But Anakin from Nigeria and Karim from Egypt as a student presenter will be in the Team Africa, and also Prof. Heike Gedult and Dr. Joe Bonney as a faculty facilitator in this team. So it's an amazing team. So we are actually looking forward to be with them in the
great students and well-known facilitators. You know, these are the leaders, the future leaders. You know, our students are the future leaders of emergency medicine. And it's great to be mentored by, you know, some very experienced emergency physicians. So this is really good.
Yeah.
Shall we move?
We can move to Asia, actually. Who
have we got next?
I believe you know already Peishan from Singapore, because you are from Singapore.
Yes, Peishan has a very interesting career. She started medicine quite late. Actually, she's actually a reporter. She's she's a journalist.
Oh, it's interesting.
For a newspaper in Singapore before she joined. She went back to medical school or went back to university to study medicine. So she's very interesting. So we actually have 3 very interesting students from Where are they from?
Actually,
Scylla? We've
Nandita
met
from
Scylla before,
India.
hadn't we? We met
Yeah,
Scylla from before, and Suringal.
yeah,
So
Nandita, yeah,
we
from
haven't met
India.
Suringal. So where's Suringal from?
Actually, the Nandita from India and Sila from Turkey,
Yep.
and both of them were
They were. So yes.
in one of the speakers in one of the activities of IEM already. Actually, we did for Asia.
Yes.
So we welcome them again, and of course
Yep.
the one of the leaders from Asia is Pauline. She's from Philippines,
Yep.
and also the Sushant from the
And Sushant.
India. They're both very very well known the figures in Asia, and this team is also amazing. And we are looking forward to be in the medical student symposium to discuss all details of undergraduate emergency medicine training. Shall we move on to Central and South
Yes,
America?
please move on.
Yeah, and we have again 3 students and 2 facilitators.
Some familiar names as well.
Yes, Henrik, maybe you are familiar with because he was one of
Yes,
the
Henrik,
speaker
we've had on
in
this
another
series,
activity
program.
as IEM organized. Yes, and Juan and Tatiana, they are both actually welcome now to the team to discuss all details of the undergraduate emergency medicine training. You may know the Ana Freitas already from Brazil as a facilitator. He is one of the well-known figure in South America. And Maria from Bolivia. I think
That's
Maria
right.
also
Yeah.
is core curriculum and education committee member, I believe.
That's right. So Maria is one of our members, one of our core members of the core curriculum and education committee. So it's really exciting to see some new faces.
Yeah,
Some a face that we've already met, or
yeah,
someone we've already met as part of our student group.
yeah.
Great. Let's move on to the next team.
Yes, next is Europe team. And we have the Eva from Slovenia, Nadine from UK, Savas from Greece as a medical student presenters. And also
Yes.
we have Anastasia from Greece and Imat from the UK as a faculty, the facilitators. So we are really excited
So
to...
Nadine's would be with us on our program, hadn't she? In our coffee mornings as
Yes, yes. Nadine was one of the previous speakers in the Europe session that we organized
Yeah.
for the medical students. Yes, correct.
well.
Now,
So some new
yeah,
that we've heard from, and some new faces and voices that we will hear from. That's
yes,
wonderful.
exactly. So you're welcome to Team Europe in the activity. And the next is golf. And we have Shika from Saudi Arabia, Salama from United Arab Emirates, Sarah from the Iran, and Dr. Hind from United Arab Emirates, and Dr. Mahmoud from Oman. So we have very experienced team here too. So it will be very, very fruitful to discuss every detail and learn from their experiences actually. And how we can
Actually,
improve
this is a new
undergraduate.
team, isn't it, Alpha?
This is new.
This is a
Yeah,
new
this is
team.
the
We
all
really
the
need
names.
your
Of course,
students.
we worked before with Dr. Hind, Dr. Mahmoud. They were already involved with the some activities in IEM in terms of the writing the book chapters and providing some the materials to the IEM platforms, which is endorsed by the IFEM and the United Arab Emirates University.
Right.
But medical students are new in our actually activities. So I'm so happy for them. So they're experiencing a very, very big scale activity with IFEM.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's kind of, we are so excited actually to host them. And actually, let me share one video coming from one of the students from North America, and mentioning about what is going to be happen, and then we can continue with the teams. Is that right? Is that okay? Yeah.
That's great. No, please do.
Hi, my name is Avi Rosen. I am a final year medical student at the Frank Netter School of Medicine here in Connecticut in the US. I we're just going to take a minute to talk about the upcoming International Conference for Emergency Medicine, specifically the Student Symposium portion of it. I think it's going to be a great event. There are a bunch of us. I personally am working with the North America team, which has representatives from Canada, the US, and Mexico. And we put together a bunch of interesting slides, and we're hoping for a really great discussion. Really, I think the symposium is an opportunity for students from all over the world to learn about other educational systems and more importantly, perhaps ask questions about some of the details and nuances of how that works. So I hope to see you all there. Cheers.
So as you see, I'm from the North America team. We have Angela from Canada, we have William from Mexico, besides Abraham from US. And we have also two facilitators, they are also a well-known figure in the North America. Anthony is very active in the ASAP International. Rahim also very active internationally with American Academy of Emergency Medicine from Canada. So it's the very, very, well-designed team actually for this event. So we are, looking forward to work with them in the symposium. And of course, our last team, which is the home team, let's say, in this event, Team Oceania. So we have multiple, actually, the new faces here. And they're from New Zealand, Fiji, and Australia. So it's a very, very great team, actually. So it's up to you, James. So what would you like to say about your team? Actually, you're from Australia, right?
Get to hear from everyone. This is so exciting. We do get to hear from some new voices. Some that have actually been with us on the program, some seasoned, what I call coffee students that have come for our coffee chats. So this is really exciting for us. I think, this is going to gearing up to be, a really great learning event. We're going to be learning from each other. We're going to be learning from our students, and our students are going to be learning from each other. And I think it's going to be great and a really great, collaborative event. Shall we tell them what's going to happen?
Actually, it can be great what can be happen. And honestly, James, before we can show, let me make you in center. I think you moved somehow.
You're centering me in the picture.
It's okay. Maybe just highlight again before we go to 3 steps of this event. I think this event will be in 1:30 p.m. Eastern Australian time on June 14th. And of course, it will be different time zones for the attendees and also the speakers. And we have 7 regions in this activity, as you see in the names actually coming on the bottom. And of course, a lot of participants, 35 active speakers and faculty facilitators. Look at this, James, 27 countries in this event. And
I know.
I think we have to thank here the Elif and Erin. They put a lot of effort to organize these teams, to get them together, get their confirmation, and 27 countries in just one medical student symposium. I think is amazing participation. What do you think?
Yeah, Alpa, why don't we talk a little bit more about Elif and Erin? Because the audience may not know who Elif and Erin are. They're never here on our coffee chats. So
actually,
they're usually in the background.
Elif was always in the background in coffee chats.
Elif
you're right.
Is Dr. Elif Çakal from Turkey. She's an emergency physician from Turkey. And she has really put a lot of work into organizing this event with Dr. Erin Simon from the US. And really, I think, their efforts will be paid off during this medical student symposium. I think it's probably about time that if you want to attend this event, there is still time. We are 1 week away. One week away. how would they actually register if a student wanted to now join us?
Yeah.
How would they join us for this event?
Actually, it's quite easy. First of all, they can visit ISEM 2022.com, the website, and they can choose the workshops, and then they can choose the virtual workshops, and then in the middle of that list, they can see the Medical Student Symposium button. They can click that button and they will go directly to Medical Student Symposium registration page. And at the bottom of that page, they just need to click and give some kind of consent and permissions for some standard questions, and then they can click next to be registered. And maybe it's good to say that this is an activity inside the International Conference on Emergency Medicine. However, its price, it's totally different than the normal ISEM, registration system. Dr. Fion, the president-elect of the IFEM, already mentioned her video. It is 10 Australian dollar, I believe, or $7 US for the registrant students. And if you're preferring only to attend Medical Student Symposium, you just pay $7 US and you are in. And you will be the part of the activities that we are actually, discussing with you now. Yeah. And the other options actually how they can register.
Encourage everyone, if they have time, to attend ISEM 2022.
Yeah.
But if they don't, and they're only able to attend the Medical Student Symposia, we would wholeheartedly welcome them.
Yeah.
The fees are very different. They can just attend the Medical Student Symposia as a standalone event, and it costs 10 Australian dollars.
Yeah.
And it's really just go onto the website, the isem2022.com website, and go to registration for workshops and drop down the list, and you will see the Medical Student Symposia, and it'll take you through a very straightforward registration process.
And also, if anyone already registered for the International Conference on Emergency Medicine, which is ISEM 2022, the activity is free for those registrations. Also, they can freely join the activity and actually help to improve undergraduate emergency medicine efforts that IFEM puts in this Medical Student Symposium. The option they can how they can register, they can actually visit the IEM-student.org website, and that they can see the links there to the registration page. So they can go directly from the IEM-student.org platform. Or if they visit IEM Twitter account, which is here at IEM_student, they will see that there's a pinned tweet on the first page, and it has registration link, so they can register from there too. Yeah.
So Alpa, just to summarize for everyone, the ways you can register for this event is either through the ISEM 2022 website, under workshops, or they can go to the IEM website itself. IEM-student.org website. There's a link there. And there is also a link on the Twitter, the IEM project Twitter site. And they can actually, there's a link there too. So there are multiple ways of getting. So this is really, I think let's move on to the next part. We're going to tell them about what is going to be happening.
Yes, what is going to be happening. I think the Elif and Erin created very nice structure. So let me show you what they did. As you know, it is going to be a 3-part activity. The first part is actually the presentation of our student presenters, student speakers, and which is coming from the 3 different countries in each team. And these students one student will present all the information covering the 3 different countries in one presentation, and it will take 7 minutes. And of course, we have the region, we will have 7 presentations in the part 1. And this is actually giving a kind of idea, the variations of the undergraduate emergency medicine in different countries. Of course, each region has a lot of countries, and not just 3. But the aim of this part 1 to showing the audience and how the variations are, even in the same region. And country by country, there are a lot of differences, or maybe similarities too. So we are thinking that starting to showing some examples to the audience, it can be a good start to think about what are their actually similarities and differences, which this will affect or increase the rich discussion in the part 2. So when we come to the part 2 after part 1, it is an open discussion session. It's about 50 minutes, and there will be 4 questions, which is a kind of SWOT analysis of the undergraduate emergency medicine. And in this room, of course, there will be regional teams in each room. There will be 7 breakout rooms, and each room it's belong to one team. And attendees, we are expecting, according to their countries and regions, they can join their region and join to discussion. There will be 4 questions in that session to be discussed, and all attendees are free to share their opinion here to enrich the discussion, to understand the more similarities or differences in the region, and of course relevant to those questions. It's a kind of SWOT analysis, actually. I don't know, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I think
first part
I
and
think
second part. Yeah.
We will talk about, starting off with strengths. What are the strengths of their education program, specifically relating to emergency medicine? Does it exist? Is there a specific period of time that they spend in emergency medicine? What's that experience like? Are there strengths within that experience? Are there challenges within that learning environment that they are in? Are there opportunities for us as a organization to support them a lot better in these regions as medical students? And I think one of the things that we are hoping that our students have the opportunity to do is to share with each other, even within the regions themselves in this part 2, to share and learn from each other, and maybe tap into some of the a strength for one country may be actually a challenge for another, and they could learn from each other. So I think that would be a fantastic experience for our students, and to contribute to that discussion will be wonderful. There will be such a rich discussion, and we're encouraging our medical students, our participants, to also share their experiences. They may be from different countries as well. So I think we're going to get a really broad perspective after that part 2.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. And we need everybody's opinion to be shared in this room. So feel free to share your experiences in terms of answering the questions, actually, when the time comes in the breakout room. So your participation is very, very important. And of course, it's a long sessions. I mean, one of them is 70 minutes, another one actually 50 minutes back to back. It's almost 2 hours time will be finished when the part 2 finish. So then we will have 20 minutes break for the audience. And of course, in this break time, the teams are going to be working on their report of the discussions happened in the part 2, to report these discussions as a summary in the part 3. So after that 20 minutes break and the preparation of the teams, we will come back again the same platform, which is the Zoom, it will be, or the conference platform for the audience. And we will start the part 3, and we will have 5-minute presentation from each regional teams as a summary of the discussion in part 2. So this is the sequence, and I believe that we will learn a lot of good things to improve undergraduate emergency medicine. James, what I want to say actually, maybe you agree or not, which is we are discussing sometimes the similar.
Oh, Alpha, we never agree on anything, right?
Yeah, we never agree, but but let me say,
Never agree on anything.
no, I just want to say that this is the first time the IFEM really touching the roots of the emergency medicine. Of course, IFEM did a lot of things about emergency medicine training, emergency medical systems development in multiple countries. And currently, if I'm wrong, please correct me, the IFEM has 65 countries members as a member country under its umbrella. It's a huge organization. But this is a first time organizing a medical student activity as big as this. I'm not saying that IFEM didn't do anything. They did a lot actually, because they endorsed the International Emergency Medicine Project, which is totally focusing on the undergraduate emergency medicine last 4 years. So IFEM already showed the interest to improve the undergraduate emergency medicine already by supporting the multiple projects. But this is the really clear event that IFEM started very good initiative. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I will have to agree with you. Really, IFEM has really taken this on and has really supported our medical student, initiatives.
Yeah.
Not just simply the curriculum, the medical student curriculum, not just IEM, the iEM project, but now this symposia, which is the largest gathering of emergency students focusing on emergency medicine. I think that's actually ever been organized with a diverse group of students from all 7 regions across the world, or IFEM regions across the world. So this is really very exciting. And after part 3, I think the most exciting part about part 3 is to have some sort of call for action.
Yeah.
I think if we can put out some sort of call for action after part 3, where we actually come down to it and say, this is what we need.
Yeah.
IFEM can be the real leader in taking on this medical student or undergraduate emergency medicine and actually promoting it across the world.
Yes, I definitely agree. And I think it's a very good initiative. And I assume that you're already involved with the next year conference in Amsterdam. And there will be also medical students related activities of IFEM and ISEM 2023 in Amsterdam. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And the ISEM 2023 conference organizers are very excited to have students as part of the program as well, the medical students.
This is amazing.
So I think we just have to wait and see about ISEM 2023. That's still a way away. That's 1 year away.
Yeah, 1 year away.
I would really wholeheartedly encourage those of you who are still procrastinating on whether to come to ISEM 2022 to actually register. It's a hybrid conference, so you can register as a virtual attendee, or you can come and join us in person in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Certainly, Alpa will be joining you virtually.
Yes.
From the UAE in Al Ain, and I will be joining you in person in Melbourne. So I'm really excited. Those of you students and doctors, emergency physicians, please come and say hi to us, either virtually or in person.
Yeah, it is great.
ISEM 2022.
By the way, I have a surprise for you. Actually, we have
You have a surprise.
Yeah, maybe you watch it. I don't know, but
you
know Dr. T.
We have a surprise guest, do we?
No, not today. Not today. But you know Dr. T, right? Judith
Yeah, Dr.
Tintinelli.
T.
She
Who
has a
does not
message.
know Dr. T?
She has a message also for the medical students who wants to attend
That's
this
great. Let's
activity.
hear that
Let me share it.
Yeah.
Welcome, all medical students from around the world, your mentors, and our IFEM attendings at this meeting. I'm so glad to hear you interested in the special IFEM Medical Student Symposium. Let me introduce myself. My name is Judith Tintinelli, and you may have heard or seen my name associated with Tintinelli's Emergency Medicine. Yep, that's me. All my friends, and that now includes everybody here, please call me Dr. T. Now, every medical student and every doctor needs to know the emergency care basics. Things like CPR, what are the stroke signs? What are the acute MI signs? What are serious signs of emergency illness or trauma? How to stop bleeding? The trouble with all of this has been that medical schools and deans are not really aware of this type of information. So we're here to talk about how how medical students can improve their medical training, whether you're thinking about going into emergency medicine or thinking of another specialty. These are all facts that are very important for clinical care and for practice. I want you to know that you have the power to make change. I'm going to give you one medical student short story. It is a true story, and it shows the power that you have. A long time ago, a medical student at the University of Cincinnati named Bruce Janiak needed an extra job to pay for his medical school. He took a job as a director of an ED in rural Kentucky. He was a medical student. He realized the opportunities for care and learning that environment provided. He went to visit the dean. He said, "Mr. Dean, do you know about emergency medicine? We need to set up training programs for all of our medical students and for our residents in emergency care." And the dean listened to him, and Bruce Janiak became the first emergency medicine resident in the United States. And the University of Cincinnati, because of Bruce, set up a very honored and wonderful emergency medicine residency program. So it doesn't matter what you're interested in going into. You're going to learn about emergency medicine, and you're going to see if it's a good fit for you in practice. But in the meantime, I want you to know that you as a medical student have great power. Deans listen to you. You can change your curriculum, you can improve it, and remember the power you have as an individual to improve health and healthcare for everybody you care for. Thank you for listening and enjoy the meeting.
Yeah, so one of the world leaders actually supporting our medical students to attend this important activity. All right, James, I think we came to the final minutes, so we can conclude
Come to the end.
this
Yep.
live activity.
I can only say that please come and join us at ISEM 2022 and join us for the IFEM Medical Student Symposia. You know where the links are. We just repeat the links again. The links are on the website, the isem22.com website. It's on the IEM-student.org website.
Yep.
And it's on the iemstudent.org Twitter handle site.
Yeah, so they can easily reach the link. Yeah,
there's a link on those, on all those, in all those three places. So please, I would encourage you to join us, and we're going to have such fun on that day. It's going to be a long day, but we're going to have fun.
Definitely. And yes, we are waiting for you in the symposium to discuss all the details relevant to undergraduate emergency medicine training. And hopefully we will see you there. And until that time, enjoy and live with emergency medicine with fun.
Yes, have fun.
All right.